So a few days ago, adalah one patient ni came to me and basically complained that she had been using a lot of dandruff product, but none of it works. And so after I talked to her more, turns out that probably she doesn't have dandruff, she probably has psoriasis. So now if you're one of these people who have a lot of dandruff issue, tapi the problem is nothing works, maybe you should listen to this. So hi, my name is Nisha, pharmacist and formulator, and today we're going to be talking about dandruff, and maybe it's not dandruff, it's actually psoriasis. So now psoriasis is almost like dandruff, but the problem is it's a lifelong disease. So now what's the difference? So dandruff, as you know, it's basically fine like particles yang kalau you shake your head a bit memang nampak all this white dust on your shoulder. Psoriasis pula, it's a autoimmune disease and it's going to be a lifelong disease, and I myself have it, and it is the particles still lagi besar and it's stuck on your scalp, and so in order to remove it you will have to korek and kopek it out. So dia ada difference dia lah. And of course macam psoriasis ni, because dia tertampal on your scalp, when you remove it, underneath dia macam merah-merah sikit, and then you will get this reddish spots and so on. And so another difference is dandruff happens because of fungus infection, which means that kalau you are the type who likes to sweat a lot, or mostly teenagers and so on, these are the people who usually have dandruff. Psoriasis pula, it happens on a dry skin, and so if you're the type who have very dry skin, usually around 30s, 40s, 50s macam tu, that's the prevalence, or mostly that's when psoriasis happen. Of course masa teenagers or small kid pun ada juga chances dia, but the thing is the older you get, the drier your scalp is, the chances of psoriasis to happen is much higher. And psoriasis is not just on the scalp, sometimes ada kat belakang telinga, sometimes bawah leher, and sometimes in all these ages and so on. So it can happen anywhere, not just on your hair lah, while dandruff of course on hair saja. And so in terms of treatment pun dia different. Usually for dandruff we will use antifungal shampoo like ketoconazole shampoo that can be found in any of the pharmacy. But when it comes to psoriasis, masa attack dia, which means when you have the koping besar tu, those usually we will have to use a steroid, and other times when it's not in the active phase, we usually have to just hydrate and moisturize your scalp as much as possible. It's a lifelong disease, but it's manageable. I've managed mine, and so it's quite doable. Just have to hydrate a lot and moisturize a lot. Now the thing is, what happens if let's say you have psoriasis tapi you use a dandruff treatment? Okay, so now the thing is, dandruff happens because of hydration and so on, kan? Macam terlalu wet, peluh and so on. And when you use all this ketoconazole shampoo, or all this kind of shampoo yang memang for dandruff, it's going to make your scalp to be very dry. And so if you actually have psoriasis instead of dandruff, what's going to happen is it's going to worsen your psoriasis. It's the same, the opposite also. Katakanlah if you have dandruff, but then you're using psoriasis treatment like steroids, it's going to make the fungus get worse. Or even if you are hydrating your scalp too much, wet all the time, then it's going to worsen the dandruff. So it's the best to make sure that you know what exactly you have. If you're not sure, best thing to do is meet a dermatologist and get your diagnosis right. Once you have the diagnosis correctly already, then it shouldn't be a problem. You already know how to manage it. And if let's say you already have your diagnosis, and let's say the diagnosis is psoriasis, and if you wanted to know how to manage it, you can always contact me. So I hope this helps, and if you have any other questions, do comment below. If not, don't forget to like and follow. Thank you so much.